So let's talk about this because first of all, there's so many different things that happen in this movie that make you go, "Aw, aw!" Like there's so many aw moments too. I mean, just to begin with, you have this kind of moment right here where you're like, "Aw." I mean, there's so many things like that too. So, what's it like, having an aw moment like this, and then also it's Justin Timberlake? I mean, how does that work out?
I feel like I mean, sure, when I read the script for the first time, there were a lot of like emotional moments in reading that script. And so being able to kind of see everything on the page kind of come to light in this really clear way where yeah, throughout the movie, if you're not saying "ah," you're probably crying. And I think it is a heartwarming story, but also with a really beautiful message about family and acceptance and that family is what you make it, which is, I know it's the tagline for the film, but it's also the core of what it's about. You know, you have these two characters who you would think couldn't find a through line for each other, but they do. And not only that, they, create this empathy and are able to bond and become family. And so I think that's what kind of gets people as you watch the movie, like, Palmer's this kind of stiff, rigid, person fresh into the real world. And you have this lovable, bubbly child who, if you don't smile when you see him, you're crazy. And so he slowly is able to disarm this rough exteriored person. And then when they get together, and like there's a scene that I love in the movie where they're like making a sandwich or something, which is such a process. I feel like, when you're a kid and your mom's making you or dad's making you your lunch, you're able to just like have these moments of like intimacy with family. It's like the mundane. And I think like the fact that those scenes are written into the movie give them that humanity, that groundedness that makes you want to say "aw" at the end.
Miss Maggie comes in, and she has a definite positive, I guess, effect on Palmer kind of from the beginning. So, can you tell us a little bit about Miss Maggie, and more importantly, how her openness kind of helps like everyone involved, become a little bit more connected?
Maggie, she plays Sam's school teacher, and because Palmer works as a custodial worker at the school, that's how all of their characters kind of intersect. And I think that, Maggie's role is pretty instrumental because she's, like you said, like this grounded, good-natured person, and is able to, and she's an educator, so she's able to facilitate someone going through a rehabilitation process, like simple things like, how do I pay my bills? I don't actually know how to do that. I went to prison before I, understood basic adulting. And so being able to help Palmer transition into some of the most basic tasks, and then for Sam's character, just immediately loving him for who he is. And I think, I had the opportunity to shadow some teachers at the school that we shot at, and being able to watch their positivity and their energy with these kids, it made me realize how Maggie is for Sam on a deeper level. Like she just was like, no, do and be whoever you want to be, and I will work around it because you and your individuality is beautiful. And playing a character like that, it brings me a lot of joy.
For sure, for sure. The other character I have to say before I leave is just I love raising Dion, so I am looking forward to answers. Does Nicole find love? Are there more super kids out there? I mean, all these things need to happen in season 2 in my mind or in my heart. So we'll see what happens for sure. So hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to you about that as well somewhere in the future. So
Cool. I hope so too.
you have a great day, and please be safe and healthy, and hope everyone in your life as well too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and same to you.